Live now at the White House, they confirmed for us that the president is now taking part in a congressional listening session. A number of Congress members, and many of them we understand who were early supporters of his, are there talking about things on the Hill they've got to get done. There is a lot there. They're discussing it now. And when we get some tape from that or sound, anything interesting, of course, we will bring that to you right away.
In the meantime, this ongoing story continues. The intelligence community apparently striking back after the president's repeated attacks, a series of leaks resulting in the resignation of his national security advisor, General Michael Flynn. President Trump tweeting this earlier today, quote, leaking and even illegal classified leaking has been a big problem in Washington for years. Failing New York Times and others must apologize, end tweet. Leslie Marshall, syndicated radio talk show host, and former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown, both are Fox News contributors, and good morning to both of you. Wow. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, 90 minutes ago, she led our program earlier today. She's suggesting the story in the Wall Street Journal is not true, and she would not go far to suggest that the administration wants to analyze and do its own report on how the intelligence community is conducting its business today. I mean, that's a lot for even one day. I guess, Senator, the question is this. Is this a fight you care to have? Is this a fight you can win?
Well, sadly, it's a fight that we're having, Bill, and it doesn't benefit anybody, especially the citizens of this great country. What you're seeing now is obviously Mr. Pompeo and former Senator Dan Coats. They need to get in there. They need to actually find out where these leaks are coming from, because the amount and type of information comes from a very specific area within the intelligence community. I mean, there's no problem to get in there and then do the re-vetting, do the lie detector tests, find out actually who's doing this stuff. They have ways to do it. You get those periodic reevaluations on a regular basis. And so you got to fix it, Bill, because it's putting our national security in jeopardy. And obviously the intent is to undermine this presidency. I get it. You know, the American people get it. And it's actually mobilizing his base even more.
Okay. Leslie, what do you, where are you on this now?
Well, first of all, I think if we look at what the Wall Street Journal said, I don't think they're inaccurate. If you listen to some individuals like Congressman Adam Schiff, there is great concern within the intelligence community over so many investigations and potential questions and connections with Russia, and how warm the president is not only to that country, but to that leader, and statements that were even made by Mad Dog Mattis today, as a matter of fact, with regard to Russia hacking into and compromising Western elections. The intelligence community should be giving, and is giving, as they said, the president daily briefings. Let's remember, the president has requested less information. The president has himself requested that these meetings be pared down. And historically, intelligence communities have provided presidents with information, but not necessarily how they got it or who they got that information from.
The head of the DNI said this: any suggestion the U.S. intelligence community is withholding information, not providing the best possible intel to the president and his national security team is not true. I mean, that's what we're going with here. But I take it a step further to both of you. Who knows where this goes? But Senator, I mean, is it smart to call a truce? Because you remember the first full day in office, the CIA was President Trump's first stop, and it happened on a Saturday afternoon.
And he's made the effort, obviously, and there are clearly problems between the intelligence community and this administration. And it's unfortunately a new standard that's being set with this president versus prior presidents. The onslaught that's happening right now, without even it being a full month in office, Bill, is just unprecedented. I guess that's going to be the new norm for other presidents down the road, which is sad for the American people. Yeah, of course they need to call a truce. You need to bring in the heads of those departments. Well, get the heads, get Dan Coats and others, get them all settled. Bring in the heads, you know, sit down and have a so-called beer summit like President Obama did with the Cambridge cop and figure it out, because it doesn't benefit anybody, especially the American people.
Still waiting for Coats to get confirmed. Leslie, they're kind of fighting the intelligence thing with one hand behind their back. The whole cabinet's not in place. Heck, we're knocking on the door of March already.
Well, this is not only unprecedented, Bill. This is, in my opinion, just wrong. This commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, is the leader of the free world, and he needs to lead and lead by example. He needs to stop tweeting negative things or using a press conference with the Israeli prime minister as a platform, quite frankly, to make disparaging remarks about our intelligence community. The best way for our government to work is positively moving forward in the same direction. And I think everyone agrees, regardless of ideology and whether you like this president or not, or voted for him or not, the first responsibility of this president and the intelligence community is the safety and security of all Americans here and abroad. And I think that this rift, this divide, if you will, is problematic. And I agree with Senator Brown that it's problematic for the American people.
Okay, we'll see next. Leslie, thank you for your time. Senator Scott Brown, thank you as well. Good to have you both on.
Thank you.